Hello friends, and welcome back to another RPG review slash 100% completion chat. This one is Dragon Lapis. Now, Dragon Lapis is kind of the sequel to Dragon Sinker. The world itself is different, like the towns and all that are all different, but there's like an end game dungeon that you can go to where the heroes from Dragon Sinker are fightable in the game, which is like kind of gives it that ring. It is, of course, again an RPG. This one is by EXE Creates. Again, the story is just kind of there. It's whilst Dragon Sinker had the whole like, oh, there's a dragon, you need to go and defeat the dragon sort of thing. This one, from what I remember, didn't particularly even have that. It was just kind of there was two dragons, a gold and a silver one, and they were fighting, and you had to defeat the silver dragon. Yeah, that's. As I've said before in previous reviews, the EXE Create stories tend to be a lot on the simpler side. It's more about like the RPG experience, leveling up, that sort of thing. This one had an interesting level up system to it in growth plates. Growth plates are something that you can get dropped like pretty regularly by monsters. So what they are is, for each of the different jobs there's a growth plate, and then there's like 4 levels for these growth plates, and they have stats and skills on the growth plates, and then as you level up you earn points to, what was it per fight? Either way, you earn points to unlock the various different nodes on the, no, it was per level. You unlock various different nodes on this growth plate, and then once you max out the growth plate, you can use a different one. So you can use have 3 going at the same time, sort of thing. So, whilst in previous RPGs published by Kemco, realistically you tend to have one character that is massively OP. In this one, you could do all 4 of them. So, needless to say, it was like incredibly easy to complete. Again, you're looking at maybe 10 to 15 hours for the full completion. Not even like the super boss at the end of the game gave me any difficulty by the time I got to it. So, yeah, and again, like the music, there's like 2 or 3 tracks. Like, there's really nothing to these games to like overly shout about. Like, most of the characters are pretty much the same. The stories are mostly the same. There's some sort of even like, there's not really much to it. This one did have, like, as I've said in the previous review, if you've not seen that, there's like a 1 to 2 minute scene where they're talking to go and review the game, because obviously these games were originally released on mobile, and reviewing the games on mobile is a big thing. But yeah, that was 1 to 2 minutes of skipping through the text at high speed. It wasn't a case of 1 to 2 minutes of reading the text and stuff. It was skipping through the text at high speed. So if it's kind of doing that, then it's like a lot of it's fluff dialogue. It's not really needed. But yeah, as far as like the growth system goes, I thought that was pretty cool. It's quite a neat system that they've added for this one in comparison to like the other games where it's just. So yeah, let's now talk about the achievements. So Dragon Lapis has 40 achievements to it for 1000 gamer score, as is normal for these sorts of games. So you've got watch the opening, pretty self-explanatory. That's like story related. set out in the adventure, also story related. Locked all the slots in a growth plate, that's just completing a growth plate, and then unlocked 100 of them. As you can see, I got that pretty soon after that one. Like, you tend to get them dropped all the time. You get loads of points to upgrade and stuff. Got a party together is all 4 characters. In this one, it's just a traditional like RPG party as opposed to Dragon Sinker where it was like 3 parties of 4 that you could switch between. Unlock 500 growth plates. As I said again, like you get these pretty quick and get them maxed out pretty quickly as well. Mastered all the thief class jobs, so each of the different jobs that you have, they have their own plates. Once you complete the plates, there is like a skill, a level up on the plate that levels up the overall job class, which gives it a passive skill. So there's one of these for each of the different jobs. So you got mage there, warrior class, defeat the boss in Load and Mine. Load and Mine is a side area that you can go to. It's not something that you have to do in the story, despite the fact it probably looks like it is. It's quite easy to find Load and Mine. There's a bit where you go to, I believe it was a pirate's hideout, and you can like see the mine next to the pirate's hideout, so it's kind of not missable. These side areas as well tend to have metal enemies spawn in them, so that comes in handy for another achievement. It also helps to level up as well. Obtain a ship. This tends to be something that happens in a lot of these EXE Create RPGs, is that there is an achievement related to some form of transport. All the priest class jobs. Cleared the Adri Desert. I think that was a story related one, if I remember. Become a Hero, story related. High Dragonite. So Hero and High Dragonite. Hero is the main character, and then High Dragonite is the character that is the the gold dragon. I can't remember the names. I could probably check, but I'm just like, eh. Light Lapis is a story-related one. 100 enemies for the monster guide. I didn't go out of my way to get these achievements for the monster guide. There's something like 260 odd monsters in the game, and I think there's 2 achievements, one for 100, one for 200. I didn't go out of my way to get these. I got these through natural progression. Be able to ride the gold dragon. This is the airship transport achievement that normally is in the game. Wimdos Spire boss is side area again, as is Rege Woods. I assume that's Rege or Rege, I suppose. Might be. Clear 100 missions. So with this game, when you go into battle, sometimes you get a mission to complete. It might be use a skill, or use some magic, or heal a character. That was another one. Complete 100 of those. Doing those actually gets you SP points. I think it's SP points to use to upgrade your growth plates. Clear all the subquests. As I've said before previously, with most of these EXE Create games, the subquests tend to give you the subquests after you complete the story related stuff in an area. You can find these lists online. Pretty easy. All the Mystic class jobs, so a lot of the subquests give you extra jobs. Mystic was one of them. As was Soldier, Pharmacist. Follow the Silver Dragon is defeat the Silver Dragon. That's the main antagonist for the game. And then complete the normal ending. There's like another boss after that. and the happy ending is the extra bit after the game. So quite a lot of these games have, once you finish them, there's a new game, kind of not a new game plus, but there's like, you load up your save and you can carry on from like the end, change the ending a little bit, and then you do like an extra little bit, and then there's like another boss. It's really weird how they do that, but yeah, that happens in most of these games as well, is that there's like an extra ending. So that's that. Peddler class jobs, again, that's another job you can unlock. The Goddess Shrine is an extra dungeon that you unlock after you finish the game. Going up various different levels. I think there's like 5 floors per trial or something like that. So you got the first, second, third trial. At that point, I got defeat 100 metal monsters, so quite a lot of, as I've said, the side areas all have metal monsters that spawn in them. This tower that I'm talking about now, this has metal monsters that spawn on every floor, so it's quite easy to get the defeat 100 metal monsters as well. The 4th trial, the 5th trial, at that point I got 200 enemies for the monster guide. As I said, there's over 200 monsters to find for the monster guide. I didn't go out of my way to get any of them. I got them as I was finishing the game. And then at the top, you've got Goddess Ina's first challenge, second challenge, and then the third challenge. They're various bosses again. The third challenge is Goddess Ina herself. Goddess Ina was obviously in Dragon Sinker as well, kind of tying the game together, giving it sort of loose sequel sort of vibes. Like, it's not quite a sequel because the world's different, but there are similar things to it. And then Dragon Sinker gained total victory at the hero's grave, which is where I am now in game. That was last achievement that I got. That's for defeating all of the heroes from Dragon Sinker. So yeah, that is Dragon Lapis. It probably takes about 10 to 15 hours to complete 100%, if that. I'd say probably closer to the 15. Just so that you can get yourself like buffed up and stuff to fight the final boss. But yeah, if you did enjoy that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will chat to you again in the next one of these videos.